What's happening? It's your boy SymbolicSportsaholic bringing you another great edition of NFL Weekly Predictions. Alright, I wanted to start off by saying I'm sorry for last week for not really making a video. My mic was broken, and the week before that I was sick, so you guys haven't really gotten a quality video in a while. So I'm going to bring one out to you guys today. I'm kind of in a rush because I got to pack for a trip here soon, but it's going to be cool. This week looks like a good week. A lot of good games on the schedule, and one game in particular looks like the best game of the season, regular season. So I'm going to get to that. The three games I suggest you watch this week are the Texans and the Bears, which is the game of the season in my opinion, the Giants and the Bengals, and the Chargers and the Buccaneers. All three of those games are going to be really close, full of a lot of action. So go ahead and check those out if you have time this Sunday. And yeah, I won again in fantasy last week, so I'm 7-2 on the season, and in first place in my money league. So looking good there. Well, let's get to the NFL stuff. All right, Thursday night we have the Colts and the Jaguars. Andrew Luck broke the rookie record last week, breaking the record for passing yards, and Vic Ballard looked okay, I guess. The Colts are still a pretty good team. I feel bad for Chuck Pagano, but I'm sorry, you guys. You guys are not going to win the Super Bowl. But you can keep dreaming. You can beat the Jaguars, though. The Jaguars are pretty weak. Their offense is bad. They're playing at home, and I think the Jags are underrated, but I'm still going with the Colts. Next, we got the Raiders and the Ravens. This is my upset pick of the week. I'm taking the Oakland Raiders over the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens looked weak against the Browns. Really, really disappointing. They are just not clicking. Their defense is falling apart. And, the Raiders have been winning up until the game where obviously they couldn't block Doug Martin for the life of them. But it's a weird upset pick. I'm still undefeated in my upset picks. I just have a gut feeling on this one. I can't really say much more. I wouldn't put money on it, but I bet they'll cover the 7.5 point spread for sure. So yeah, exciting game right there too. Now we have the Broncos and the Panthers. Peyton Manning is looking good. Willis McGahee's been iffy this year, but their defense has kept them in games. Very underrated defense. And how about the Panthers, though? They've almost beat the Bears, and then they beat the Redskins last week, so they're riding some momentum. I still don't believe in the Panthers, though. I mean, Steve Smith's been shut down this year, only one touchdown. The run game's been shut down. I don't know how they even get close in games. They're a good team. But I'm taking the Broncos. The Broncos need a win in the AFC West to win that division. Their division's obviously pretty weak, but I think they're hungry for a win, and I think they'll get it. And here his brother Eli is taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. I mean, bungholes. Anyways, the Bengals they look kind of weak recently. They've been losing a lot of games. They started the season off hot. And the Giants lost to the Steelers, my Steelers, last week. But, the Giants are going to run all over the Bengals. The Giants need a win in their NFC East division for sure if they want to keep the Cowboys and the Eagles and the Skins in the basement. I think they're all tied in last place. But, yeah, the Giants, if they want another Super Bowl chance, this is a very important game for them to win. I think it's going to be very close. And, yeah, we'll see. Now we have the Titans and the Dolphins. The Titans' defense is horrendous. Can't say much about their offense either. Pretty good, but it's nothing to, brag about. So I'll take the Dolphins all day at home. The Dolphins are pretty good. Very underrated. I've been picking them a lot this year, and it's paid off for me. They're doing pretty well this year. So yeah, Reggie Bush should run all over that Titan defense. Hopefully he gets a lot of reps for my fantasy team, but I don't know. That game is sort of a toss-up, but I am pulling with the Dolphins. Next, we have another good game. The Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings in a division rivalry. The Lions have improved since the last few weeks with Matt Stafford getting things on track. Calvin Johnson had over 100 yards last week. He's still not finding the end zone, but that doesn't matter because they have Titus Young and another couple great receivers in there. I think Burleson's injured, so I think they got somebody else. Can't really remember his name. I'm sure I would remember it if I saw it, but I still like the Vikings. I know they got embarrassed by the not by themselves, the Buccaneers last week, and I look for a rebound here at home. They're a really good team. I know they have it in them to win. It's going to be close, though. Now we have the Bills and the Patriots. Ryan Fitzpatrick isn't that bad. They have a good run game in what I consider is like the deepest run core in all of the NFL. I mean, C.J. Spiller, Fred Jackson, and a few other guys as well. So yeah, I like Darius Byrd. I think they're gonna be able to. Well, no, they're not gonna stop the Patriots, but they're gonna put up a bigger fight than most would think. I think the Patriots are definitely gonna make a run to the playoffs right now. I mean, this is their time. They're letting other teams in the AFC East hang around, and I think they're gonna make a jump for it. Now we have the Falcons defending their undefeated title against the Saints. I still think the Falcons are gonna win this game. Matt Ryan, Michael Turner, they got a pretty good offense. Roddy White, obviously, very, very good. I just like how they've been playing. Their defense is solid too. And I think that's going to be the difference. They both have great offenses, no doubt about it. But, defense is going to win games between, two shootout teams. Whoever gets more turnovers is probably going to win. So I'm definitely taking the Falcons. And, yeah, the Saints looked hot last week against the Eagles. And I hope they carry their momentum. I'd like to see them in the playoffs again, but we'll see what happens. I'm picking Falcons. Now we have the San Diego Chargers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Chargers are still disappointing. They embarrassed the Chiefs last week, but that's not really saying much. I still like the Charger team, but these teams are in must-win situations if they want to stay alive. I'm taking Tampa Bay. Doug Martin almost broke the record for most rushing yards in an NFL game. Luckily, I have him on my fantasy team too. Got me 51 points, which is ridiculous. So yeah, I am going with the Bucs here at home. This game will be very, very close. But look for the Bucs to try to move up. Mike Williams, Vincent Jackson, some pretty good receivers in there. Now we have the Jets and the Seahawks. I think Rex Ryan is the most overrated coach of NFL history. He's really bad. I like the Seattle Seahawks. I think their defense is good. They got those tall corners, make some good interceptions. And how about Marshawn Lynch? He's running the ball very well. And Russell Wilson has been picking it up. I had I didn't really anticipate him doing this well. But, he's starting to step up and really prove to me that he can be a good quarterback in the league. And that he did deserve that job over Matt Flynn. Because at first I was not optimistic. So I'm taking the Seahawks. Now we have the Cowboys and the Eagles. Two teams that are playing way below their potential. But I like the Cowboys here, even though it's at Lincoln Bank Stadium, I think it's called, in Philly. It's Lincoln Memorial, I'm pretty sure. Alright, but anyways, Jason Witten's pretty good. Tony Romo, if he doesn't throw a ton of picks, he should be alright. But, Mike Vick has the same problem. And honestly, I think the Eagles have one of the more overrated defenses in the league at this point. They just got a new coordinator. They're pretty messed up. I'm going with the Cowboys since they almost upset the Falcons last week. And the Eagles are a lot less successful than the Falcons this year. So I'm going with the Cowboys. Next, we have the Rams and the 49ers. The Rams are running the ball well with Darrell Jackson and Steven Jackson and Darrell Robinson. Two great running backs. Sam Bradford is doing okay this season, better than I thought. But the 49ers defense is just biblical. I mean, you can go on for days naming their players. Carlos Rogers, Justin Smith, Alden Smith, Patrick Willis. You know, they got a really good defense. Um, so I'm going to take the 49ers. I don't believe in their offense, but their defense is going to win this game. Now we have the Texans and the Bears. This is my coin toss game of the week as well as the best game of the week. You know, the Texans are running the ball fairly well. They're not passing as well as they should be, but their defense is definitely doing their part. But how about the Bears' defense? Charles Peanut Tillman is a biblical beast. Lance Briggs, Brian Urlacher, they're all doing their part. I am picking the Bears to win at home. I know Bears' offense is a bit overrated, but I think they can do it. I think they can. This is going to be like the perfect matchup, possibly a Super Bowl matchup right here. So I'm going with them, the Bears. Now we have the Chiefs, who I think are the most disappointing team this season. I really had high hopes for them this year, but it's not looking good. They're taking on my Pittsburgh Steelers. We just beat the Giants. I'm so happy for them. They really needed it. I think they'll defend Heinz Field and win another one. They really need this win if they want to keep chasing the Ravens. The Ravens are in a tough spot right now, so this is their time to take advantage of that and start winning games while the Ravens are maybe start losing games. So we don't know yet, but they're definitely in a good situation right now. Alright, guys, that's my picks for the week. I hope you liked it. Alright, keep it 100, Woodies. You heard me.